was up here one, standing right here, and I kept hearing an airplane. Well, what to do? That might give you a little bit how big the rock is there. Hello and welcome to Letcher County Safari. Today we're going to go to one of my most favorite spots in the county. It's up on Box Rock. We're leaving here from up on Pine Creek at Mr. Joe Morris's house. He's been kind enough to give us permission to go up there, and I'm going to take you all with us, and maybe we'll try to go out and look at his cabin and maybe try to find a millstone that's up in the creek somewhere. So come on and let's go. Here we go. I can't wait to get up there where you can look at everything. It's beautiful.
So this is, I think you said on Pine Mountain?
Yes, on Pine Mountain.
And we parked at the dollar store in Mayking and rode up here.
Yeah, we rode my truck up here and parked at Joe Morris's house, unloaded. Now we're going to go way up on the mountain. I don't know if you can see it from there. Might be a tough shot to get, but we're going to go up on that point up there.
Wow.
You don't realize how big Pine Mountain is until you get up there and stand on top of it and look down. It's amazing.
Well, I've had a lot of comments, a lot of positive feedback, Chris, on your trip to Bad Branch Falls.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, that was your second Letcher County Safari show.
Yeah.
Your first one, you about killed me.
Yeah, put you in the hospital, you got sick.
Back at Thanksgiving of last year.
Yeah, I don't know if that was my fault, no.
No, but it did happen right after that.
Yeah, it's just the circumstances, wasn't it?
But let's talk about today. I mean, we're looking at on the spinning bank clock in Whitesburg. 74 degrees.
74 degrees compared to what was it, 58 that day?
Yeah. Bright, sunshiny, beautiful day.
Yeah. Here we go. It's going to be a little bit bumpy.
A little bit.
Yeah. This is a really rough trail up in here in places. It's got a lot of rock in it. This is Mr. Morris's gate here. He was kind enough to let us come up here today. Didn't give us any problem about it. If I can get by it there, I'll have to swing it out. There we go. Sorry about that, Rick.
That's all right.
I'm going to do my best to try to make a Letcher County Safari Facebook page.
All right.
That way we can post these videos on it and all the pictures and stuff.
Well, I understand that you have talked to the Snake Man and Jim Caudill and Jim Ward.
Yeah.
Some other people that might be going on future trips with us.
Yeah, we got to try to get it together and call Jimmy and see when he can get off work. And the weatherman of YMT is one we're talking about. He said he'd love to go with us. I've been friends with Jim Caudill for years. He's a really good guy. He loves to go four-wheeling and riding ATVs and stuff. So
now his hometown, I believe, is Salyersville.
Salyersville, where we was at the tornado.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. His mom worked at the Shell Mart there. I think is what he said for years. You know, one of those gas stations. And
yeah, I seen a piece he did on TV about I believe it was a Subway restaurant at the time.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
how he could remember being a little boy and coming in there. It was a different restaurant at that time, but very touching piece.
Oh yeah, it was. Well, you know, it'd be like Jenkins, your hometown, or around Whitesburg, my hometown. Something big happened there, you know, it'd be devastating, you know. If you need to take that off the tripod, we can stop and let you do it.
We'll go ahead and do the show this way this time.
All right. We're trying different things, folks. We're trying to get the best view for everybody to see everything. We're gonna get out a couple times and maybe let you see how steep everything is when I come up it.
We were talking earlier, Chris, the last Whitesburg City Council meeting, Mayor James Wiley Craft was bragging on the job that you've been doing for the city of Whitesburg.
Yeah, I really appreciated that. You know,
I know it's got to make you feel good.
It does. I really try to do the best job that I can do. You know, and I'm always on call, and you know, if he calls or if anybody calls and needs anything, you know, I try to go and do it, and not ask no questions. You know, so. I just feel it's my job to do that, and I've got a really good bunch of people, you know, that helps me and works for me and takes care of me when I'm not there. So, you know, it's just not me; it's the whole group of people that works for us. So,
well, I guess in retrospect, that's more or less what James Wiley did.
Oh yes, and that's right. And you know, like I said, I really appreciated that, and you know, I've known James Wiley for a long time, and he and I are pretty good friends, and he's just, you know, he's always been really good to me.
This looks more like a creek bank than a trail.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I think this is the way to Joe's cabin if you want to go out there.
Yeah, whatever you want to do today, man. It's your show, Chris.
Let's go out here and see if we can find his cabin. I'm not really sure. I've not ever been out here to his cabin.
It's a lot nicer road here.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah. Beautiful down here. Try to get you over there. The creek runs right down the road here.
So I wasn't too far off, was I?
No, you wouldn't. I hope we're going the right way to see it, but if not, it's pretty up here anyway.
My goodness.
This is a true creek bed here. Woo! With the rocks. Trying to be easy and not bounce you too bad. Kind of hard to do here.
I don't think you want to go much further.
Oh yeah. Drive, Rick?
No, thank you. I cannot believe that we just went through that.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking how far is enough to walk back.
Yeah.
God almighty. This boy can drive, folks.
I've been doing this for a long time. I started out riding ATVs, about 18 years ago, I guess. And we would borrow my father-in-law's four-wheeler and go ride, and then I started out with a little 220 Kawasaki and moved up. Every time I'd buy one, you know, a little bit higher. I want to move that log. Don't want to tear anything up. don't find his cabin, we'll turn around. We had to get him to come over here with us. Like I say, I've never been out here to it, so I really don't know where it's at. I see a road going that way. Let's try that.
All right.
We can always turn around.
Yeah.
You like this road?
I like it better than that creek bed. This is steep.
Yeah. Watch you limb there. We might be able to get down through here. If not, I'll have to turn around because this thing's kind of long. I don't know if we can get down that one or not.
It'd be close.
Yeah. Let me just look here. This is raw here, buddy.
And if you're just joining us,
Yeah, hang on, Rick. I'm gonna run over this tree. There we go. We got it, buddy.
whoa. Only on the Letcher County Safari Show will you see that, folks.
Yeah.
Well, so much for going down.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, Chris, I told you earlier today that if we are fortunate enough to live to be old men, we'll look back on a day like this and really, really, really wish we could do it again.
And say we were crazy. Yeah, that's right.
Actually, we're getting to be old men already.
Yeah. Hey, we're not old yet, Rick. It'll be a while. At least I hope it will.
So this is uncharted territory for Chris Caudill.
Yeah, I've never been out here, so we're probably lost, but you know something, that's the whole fun of it.
We do have our, what are they called, MRIs?
MREs, I got my GPS too.
All right.
Yeah.
If you don't see us on Facebook for a while, folks, get worried.
Yeah, get worried. Call somebody. Well, you know what? I believe we're going to just turn around.
All right.
We'll just have to bring Mr. Joe up here and find his cabin.
Yeah, we're probably within 100 yards of it.
Yeah, somewhere, I guarantee it. This thing's harder to turn around than a four-wheeler is.
I'd say so.
This thing is about 11 feet long, I think. It's like a school bus.
For our viewers, let them know exactly what kind of vehicle we're in. I know they saw a shot of it earlier.
We're riding a Polaris Razor 4-seat job. I've had it since November. And this is our second show riding it. The time I went up to Bad Branch Falls, I had pneumonia. Somebody said, "You was humping in the puddle." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm out of shape, plus I had pneumonia." But it was,
whammy.
yeah, it was a really good time to go up there because of all the rain we had.
Yeah, the waterfall was large.
Yeah.
I've been up there before and it was very small.
Yeah, kind of disappointing after you walk all that way.
I was disappointed, yeah.
Yeah, kind of disappointing after you walk all that way, but
You'll be surprised. Well, no, you wouldn't be. I think you know, but a lot of people got to take that journey with you that probably will never be able to take that journey.
yeah, and that's why I'm doing this. You know, a lot of people has never been in the hills, especially here on Pine Mountain or anything, you know, to do anything or look at anything. So that's why I wanted to do something like this. And I've got, you know, everybody is real positive about it and says that, you know, they like the show, and I'm glad. I'm really happy for that. So.
Well, you and I have been discussing this now. This is our third year on the air.
Yeah.
And I remember when we first went on the air, you were talking to me about doing this.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, I wanted to do it because A lot of people just can't get out and see this kind of stuff. Now, getting back up this hill is going to be a trick.
Oh no. I forgot about that. Oh no.
Oh well, we'll try it, Rick. If I can't get up it, I've always got a winch. I can winch it up there. I may go up here and let you out, let you film me coming up the hill maybe.
Is this where we tore the tree down?
This is it right here. Now let's see, you want to turn back the other way?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do it, buddy. Hang on. I'm going to have to let you out. I'm going to have to hit it a little bit harder, I think. I'm going to put you up there because I don't want to scare you to death. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back. I'm going to cut them trees. Yeah. I about pulled that out, Rick. The whole fun ain't, you know what? Trying to stand up and cut a tree. There we go. Yeah, come on, there you go. All right, let's back up a little bit more. It's slick right here is what it is. There we go.
I think I can say I've been four-wheeling today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody can now.
Wow. Wow, folks. The adrenaline is rushing right now. Ricky rock and roll.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
My goodness.
I have got places like that before and had to hook a winch up, pull it out.
That was pure mud back there, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just walking down the hill, I about slipped and fell.
Yeah, I did. Oh well.
It's all part of it.
All part of it. Good fun.
Yes. Now we'll try to miss a tree.
And I'll run over the back tire. See there?
Wow.
People don't realize how good these things go.
Well, at least we'll be going down the creek this time.
Oh yeah. We're in the creek. Oh, it's rough too. You still with me?
I'm with you, brother.
All right. There we go. Ain't this pretty though? Look back through there.
Gorgeous.
These big rocks.
It just even smells better back in here.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I'm trying not to bounce everybody on TV to death. Can't help it.
No, it's that's not possible.
No. This thing rides pretty good, but it's still, even in a big truck, this will be rough.
And if you're just joining us, you're watching the Letcher County Safari Show on Channel 98, the Letcher County Government Channel. And driving this vehicle is your host, Chris Caudill.
This is a rough little trail. All right.
All I can do is to hang in this vehicle.
You're doing a good job. Nobody can say the cameraman didn't go with you.
By golly.
Well, we didn't get to see the cabin, but it was worth coming out here.
We got some excellent shots, though. Some excellent shots.
Yeah.
And I just had an experience of what this vehicle's capable of.
Yeah, these things.
I did not get that effect the last time.
No, these things can go about anywhere you've got enough nerve to hang on to them.
So you've been up this road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the way we go to Box Rock. I actually come up here Saturday, I think, and made sure the trail was open where I could get this up in there, because this is the biggest vehicle I've ever owned to have it up in here.
We are also pretty good about putting some nice pictures on your Facebook page when you go to these places.
Yeah, I try to do that way, you know, that way people can see that. That's why I want to make a safari Facebook page. That way, you know, if somebody don't have the Letcher County government channel for one, they can get on there and watch it.
Right.
You know, so you may have to teach me how to do all that.
I'll do it.
I'm not very electronically inclined.
You're selling yourself short, Chris. I've seen all your toys.
Yeah.
You got some cool stuff.
First time I came up in here, my cousin brought me, and he used to walk up in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then later on, when I got in high school, I was in ROTC, and we used to hike up in here and rappel off of these rocks.
Good gosh, man.
Now you talk about fun.
Woo!
It's rappelling is a totally different world too. I love it.
So I guess coming off the rock climbing wall at the recreation center is no big deal to you.
No, I love it. I'm too fat though now. I would like to try it again. It's been, well, I graduated in '91, so that'll tell you. It's been a while. We rappelled off of, you know, the bridge there at the walking track.
Yeah.
In Whitesburg.
Yeah.
We tied a rope around Sergeant Hodges' truck and jumped off that bridge.
My goodness.
That's pretty neat.
That must have been awesome.
You get down to the water, you had to wear gloves, you know, special gloves. And you can lay your hand on the water and your glove would go it was so hot.
Daggone.
Letcher County Safari. We're going to Box Rock today. It's up on Pine Mountain. It's in the above making area, Cram Creek, Pert Creek, Pine Creek, all those. It's beautiful. I can't wait to get you on top and let you look over. It's breathtaking to see all of that expanse down at the bottom of us is Letcher County, and then you can look over into Virginia.
On the Virginia-Kentucky line.
Yeah, right on it. Up here on the rock, when we get up on top, I'll show you the Pine Mountain Trail State Park.
Yeah.
The linear trail is marked up there on the rock.
And the viewers can't see this, but you're about to take a drink of, what is that?
Half and half, lemonade and tea.
Lemonade and tea that has been open in the cup holder this whole time. Amazing.
And not spilled a drop.
He just now spilled a drop. Yes, he did.
And that's the first time.
I bragged on him for just a moment. It was over.
Yeah. You know, I kind of forgot about that open.
Yeah, you did some rough riding back there.
Yeah. I never thought a minute about it. Oh, well.
I've got one down there. I've not opened up yet, but I will be soon.
Yeah.
Again, if you're just joining us, it's about 74 degrees. It is May the 16th, 2012.
Beautiful day.
It's gorgeous. Couldn't ask for a better day.
So about 2 o'clock.
And I'm starting to get a view to my right over here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with all the foliage out. I need to come up here and bring you in the fall. You know, the only other view that is better than this after we get up here is on High Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're really comparable. You know, like if you're on High Rock, you can see more towards the Whitesburg area and down that end of the county.
Yeah.
And then when you're up here, we'll be able to see where Ferris built their place up there on the industrial site. You'll be able to see Mayking and the Ermine area. You know, so.
Wow.
But it is, I love it. This is one of my favorite places in the county. It's probably my favorite place because it's so accessible for the view. You know, High Rock is beautiful, but the only way you can get there is hike. And
Yeah.
you know,
I'm not into walking.
well, I still ain't got the money to get us a Segway yet, off-road.
Yeah, we did an off-road Segway with the cameraman.
Yeah. I wish that you could ride something like this to High Rock to where I could show you, because it's an amazing sight too. It really is. We'll have to do another show. We'll have to go around and go in Virginia side, and we can come up to the highest point in Letcher County, which is Mayking Knob, where the towers and stuff are.
And what towers are you talking about?
The radio towers for 103.9, the Bulldog, and WMMT, the Apple Shop.
Those are hard to get to, from what I've been told.
They're extremely hard to get to. Uh-oh. Back up. I slowed down too much.
Uh-oh.
I was talking. How's that?
That'll work.
We'll climb this wall right here and back down.
Holy crap. God almighty, folks.
You all right?
Yeah. Well, you got a branch on the vehicle.
Yeah. You gotta stop.
I didn't see that one coming.
No. We'll pick that up on the way back.
All right.
I can't stand litter. Please, I can't stress it enough. If you all ride on places like this is private property. It's a privilege to ride in this county because every trail that's on, except for the one at Jenkins, is on private property. You know, I don't litter. I don't condone litter. I pick up litter all the time when I'm out riding. So if you bring it with you, put it back in your cooler, take it back home and dispose of it properly. I can't stress that enough.
And I agree with you 100%, Chris.
Yeah.
I can tell when I'm getting close to McDonald's sometimes by the litter.
Yeah, you can, and that's a shame. That is a shame. It's so nice up here, though. I love it. I think it goes the same way, just comes up around a different way. This one's a little bit easier.
Now, how do you think this trail developed that we're on?
I really don't know. Somebody told me the other day that whoever owned this property had a dozer years ago and made it. That would be the only thing that could make it, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this wasn't here during the pioneer days, like on Caudill Hole Gap. You know, they made that road. Another little interesting thing I'll show you up here is you can tell that this was underwater during the flood, I guess. There's sand and pebbles, and
Wow.
in the rock, and it's amazing. It really is.
We were talking a long time ago.
Oh yeah. The ark could have floated over this place, I guess. I guess it did, you know.
Yeah. And that's your Bible lesson for today.
Yeah, there you go.
On the Letcher County Safari Show.
Only there, yeah.
Yeah, in this weather, the breeze actually feels good.
Yeah, it's nice up here. Really nice.
We have experienced quite a bit of rain over the last few days.
Yeah, it's been heavy rain. We've been lucky though. We're still shorter on rainfall this year than we were last year. Last year we had a whole lot of rain during this season.
That's coming from a waterman, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to keep up with that. We're like just about 2 inches less at the same time last year as we are right now. So.
And how did this place that we're going to get the name Box Rock?
It looks like a big box.
The rock looks like a big box.
Yeah. When you get up on top and look down, look down at it. It looks just like a big rock box.
And we are continuing our ascent of Pine Mountain.
Yeah. You'll swing off that grapevine, Rick, down this way?
You'll hold the camera.
I will. They said somewhere through here, an elk got its horns hung in those grapevines and died.
Oh man.
Yeah. Said it happened over the winter or something, I don't remember. And they come back up here the next season, whenever it was, and it was hanging in that grapevine.
Be a bad way to go.
Yeah, it sure would. I don't see how they get through the hills without getting hung up all the time anyway. Especially the big bulls with those antlers is amazing.
You know, you don't realize how light-footed a deer is when it scans up a hill.
I know.
It's amazing what they can do.
Yeah.
I've never seen a wild elk.
Oh, really?
No, I've never have. They say they can be kind of mean.
Yeah, they can. We went to Leatherwood and looked at them one day, then you go over to Knott County and look at them. I've seen them in Letcher County.
I'm sure we got them.
Up on not Tunnel Hill, but Town Hill.
Yeah.
I've seen a few up there. I actually found an elk shed up there one time. And then I've seen them up here at going towards Jenkins there on the left. And then where they put that new shop there on the right at Kona.
Yeah. What is that place?
That's a machine shop.
Machine shop. I wondered there.
Yeah. I've seen them up in that grass up there behind that new building. I seen 14 there one day. I drove up into a herd of them over in Knott County, and it was in a hollow field. And drove up in there, over there where the ATV trails are.
Right.
There's 250 of them. They was everywhere.
250.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They were all around us.
We are on a safari, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now see these lines right here?
Yeah.
They go up to Making Knob, up to the towers. That's how they get the power up there.
Well, you know, I know whenever we're over doing the Tuesday morning ground table at 103.9,
Yeah.
they have it off the air before, and the first thing they do is check to see if is MMT.
Yeah, yes, they're on there too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if they're not, they know it's probably a power problem at the tower.
That's right. Yeah. My little brother, he works on the towers and stuff for the Apple shop.
What's his name?
Matthew Caudill.
Matthew Caudill.
Yeah, he is I guess a radio engineer, you'd call it.
I think I know Matthew.
Yeah, and you may know if you've seen him, but he when something tears up, he comes up the other way. I'm gonna take you one of these days. So. Now, Rick, right here in this curve,
Yeah.
I had a very bad accident one time.
Oh no.
We were all riding up through here, and we had a guy on a four-wheeler that had the battery was dead, and it died down there in that curve. And I was on another four-wheeler, and I was trying to back off. I flipped it right there, and my knees hit my face. It folded me up like a book. Oh, it hurt.
Gosh.
And it was, I had a $10,000 piece of radio tower equipment on the front of it strapped down. And it would roll down that hill, and there was a bunch of us. I can't remember who I was with. Scott Adams, Roland Kraft, Benny Ray, Bentley, the Caudill guy that used to be a magistrate on Mega Electronics.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, him. And it rolled over top of me, and it kept rolling. Well, they was shocked, you know, and they didn't realize it was going to roll over the hill. So I had to jump up and grab a hold of it to catch it and keep it from going over the hill.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you were okay, but I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I was okay. It hurt me a little bit, you know, but it wasn't real bad. It scared me more than it did anything.
Yeah, well,
that was one of the only wrecks I've had on a four-wheeler, you know. So, and it was just it's one of those things that happened. It was a stupid mistake, and really shouldn't have tried to back off there. But you know, I've backed off of worse, you know, never thought nothing about it. That just shows you how easy you get hurt.
Yeah, we do hear people that lose their lives on ATVs.
Yeah. Well, you think you flip something over and it hits you right square in the chest, and it weighs 600-700 pounds. You ain't going to be around long.
No.
I was just fortunate that it just folded me up, you know. Back then I was pretty flexible. If it was to happen today, it'd probably kill me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a story, Mr. Chris.
Yeah. We're getting closer and closer.
The road seems to be nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad up here on top.
Could a regular, say a Jeep or four-wheel drive, a small truck get up in here?
No, it'd be way too tight.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It's tight for this thing. You know, if this was just a two-seater one, it wouldn't be nothing, but where it's longer for the 4 seats,
Right.
it's a little bit harder to maneuver. I've had to learn how to drive this one all over again.
I would say those 2 back seats have come in handy though for you.
Oh yeah, the kids love it. You know, my cousin, I took all my cousins different places. It's handy, you know. I still want to get a guest. I tried to find a guest today to come with us, but didn't have any luck. Everybody was busy, and I can understand that. We will have some guests though.
Oh yeah. Chris, I gotta give you credit. When you do something, you don't do it halfway.
No, I try not to. I try to go all out and do everything I can do. So, you know, like I said on the first show we done, this is what I like to do. People go out and buy boats and different things, and this is what I get, you know. So, I don't hunt and fish. It's a little bit more time consuming to go fishing on a boat or go hunting, you know. I can get off work and I can go behind my house and ride around for a few hours and come back, you know. So,
get in and get out quick.
yeah. Right there, this big rock, we're just about there. This is the base of all this rock is the base of it. That's one big piece that fell off. Look at that. It's amazing, that. All these cliffs.
Hopefully they'll decide to keep on going.
Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, if you look at this rock from the air, or when the leaves are off, it looks just like a big box sticking out. But all it's, you know, look at all this.
Gosh,
we'll stop up here and let you get off and film a little bit around this way.
all right.
That way, you know, you can see a little bit more. We're learning as we go. let you get off and stand right there, and I'll back you up there. That way you can see how big it is. That might give you a little bit how big that rock is there, perspective of it. We're above everything right now, yeah.
Another huge rock.
Yep. This is a neat little place here.
Man, look at that platform.
You get in there out of the weather, you can camp back in there. There's a split between this rock. See how big they are? It's nice there.
Yeah.
All the ferns growing. See forever.
Do a little. And
hey, there's the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome look.
Yeah.
Awesome. About ate you for lunch there.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm used to it. They were in full bloom up here on top Saturday, so I hope they still are today. Yeah, back there under that big rock that I was talking about where everybody camps.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this whole place is just unbelievable. Get you a drink of water right there.
Yeah.
Dripping off. See it that there is the reason they call it box rock. It looks like a big box. See how you can see it right there? It's just massive. We were peeled off right there too.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, right through there we were peeled off of that. Must have been a long time ago. Now you can see it on the Letcher County Safari Show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a place to camp good.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We got the weather anyway.
Now, down here's where I was wanting to show you. The bottom of the ocean, look at this. See how all the pebbles are in there?
Man.
Let me get something to show you. See, we're on top of a mountain. And you can see the pebbles and stuff in it.
Gee.
I've seen little seashells in there and a couple of like snails and stuff, you know. But there's pebbles all the way through it. And you know, it just tells you, at one time this was underwater. So I think that's a pretty neat, you know, fact right there to look at. Yeah.
The proof is in the pebbles.
Yeah, the proof is in the rock. That's right. Yeah. Proof is in the rock. All right, we're gonna go around this way and then we'll go up on top. Blackberry bushes. What those are?
Yeah.
I love blackberries.
You have a lot of fun even picking them.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for the snakes.
Oh yeah. I know that Shirley Sexton was telling my brother James about finding a snake in I think one of her houses,
Oh yeah.
and she went and got the snake man to take care of it. Now, that's gotta be pretty nice.
That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, snake. I've seen snakes in houses. It ain't a good thing.
No. And you can see where we're going.
Yeah, we're on top of the world.
Yeah. I was saying you can see where you're going though.
Oh yeah.
How's it what the road is? You head out the side of the
That's all you can.
vehicle?
Yeah, that's all you can do. Ah.
I'm assuming you have a nice metal plate on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you have to. This thing is 26 inches longer than a regular side by side.
Over 2 foot long.
Yeah, so you know it makes it a little bit harder to get in places. I call it my school bus. This trail right here is really tight. We're on top of the rock really right now. Going on up through here. You go up there, right there is the edge of the rock.
Yep.
Fall off right there would hurt.
I mean,
Now this trail right here, I can't get this through there. It's you can barely get a four-wheeler through there. It goes off over into Virginia over that way.
So we're on the state line right now, pal?
We're on the state line, yeah.
And you can see we're traveling on the rock.
Yeah, this is the rock. And this is right now we're on the Pine Mountain Trail. Goes right through here.
Wonder why people walk this trail. You're about to find out if you don't know.
Yeah. See this mark right here, Rick? That green blaze? That's the trail. They got it blazed out through here.
Well, I would imagine Mr. Shad Baker's been up there.
Yes, sir. Many times. Many times.
Gee.
And over there is Black Mountain. He's got Black Mountain, we have Pine Mountain. See the blazes on the tree there?
Yeah. Green. Man, I just see that there's no even foliage.
Oh yeah.
The rocks are, it's
Wild, ain't it?
man. This is like another world.
It is. I love it. Now we're going to have to park the bus right here. We'll walk right out that way and look over the world. All right, Rick, we made it. I can't wait to show you the view out here. So let's walk out this way. This is the leaning tree here. Can you believe a tree will grow on a rock? That's been there. I mean, it's an old tree, you can tell by looking at it. Kind of watch where you step, because I would say this would be a nice place for a big rattlesnake to lay. And these pine needles are really slick. This is a little bit of a walk back to it, but it's well worth it. Oh, it ain't a long walk, but it's a hard walk. And back through that way is Virginia. All right, welcome back to Letcher County Safari. We're on top of Box Rock here on Pine Mountain, and out that way is the Jenkins area, and over through this way is the Mayking and Ermine area, Thornton. I hear a helicopter. It won't be above us, it'll be below us, and it's probably taking off from the helipad out at the industrial park. I can hear it. I see the helicopter, but I don't know if you all can. There, right there, the area you're looking at is the Thornton Making area, back that way. Then up through here, all the way up there, is the industrial site, Jenkins golf course. It's beautiful up here. The mountain laurel's in full bloom. One of my favorite spots in the county here. You can see forever. There's Rick. Hello, Rick.
He'll kill you, Chris.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me. Oh.
I believe it'd be easier to cross.
All right, this out here you're looking at is the highest point in Letcher County, where the radio towers are. The elevation is 3,147 feet above sea level. So I'm probably pretty close to that right now. I don't know how close, I ain't gonna guess. But that's a pretty cool little fact right there. Highest point in Letcher County. There's a different view. Beautiful day to be up here doing this. Clouds. All right, you ready to go off?
All right, let's ride off this mountain. I know there's one correction that you want to make.
Oh, yeah.
Shad
Baker called me and he said that the elevation at Making Knob was 3,247 feet. He told me wrong and he called back, and that is the correct elevation. So
he was off 100 feet.
He's off 100 feet. So that ain't too bad for just a good guess, you know. All right.
I don't know anybody else we could call that would know that.
No, me neither.
Thank you, Shad Baker.
Thank you, Shad, for watching and watching out for us on the trail. Turn the school bus around here. here we go. Bounce back down the mountain.
Get your game face on.
Yeah, gotta get serious again. I'd love to see a big bear up here. That'd be cool.
Not good on video, but I don't know how I'd be so excited to see one.
They won't bother you.
What I've always heard. They generally know you're there before.
Oh yeah, before you know they're there. That's right.
And we are literally at the top of Pine Mountain.
Yeah, we're on top of Letcher County right now. So that's not a lot of people's been up here. I don't know. I probably know maybe 100 people's been up here. And then I'm sure that there's been a lot of people hike the trail, you know, it's been up here, but I don't, you don't never see them and I don't know them.
Yeah, there's people that come from far off to hike the Pine Mountain Trail, from what I've been told.
Yeah. I'm not a very big hiker.
I discovered today I'm not either.
I've had 3 knee surgeries, so I can hike for a little while, but then I'm done. I got to take a good long break and a nap. Don't look like a road here, does it?
No, it does not.
This is a good stress reliever.
Yeah.
Come up here and just sit around and...
Well, we took a break there. We sat and talked, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, 45
Oh yeah,
minutes.
yeah. You can't help but sit up here and look at everything and, you know, take you a little break. I've brung a lawn chair before and sat on the rock and sat there for about 4 or 5 hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can tell you this.
That's the Blazes, that's the trail, yeah. What are you telling me?
I will never, ever forget this day.
Well, I hope you don't.
It's just so awesome.
There's sand and pebbles up here too on the road. Look at that. Little white pebbles. You want to try to poke around and find a big rattlesnake?
We'll leave that to Verlin Short.
Yeah, I believe we need to let him do that.
Yeah, I think he's got a little show or something about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he does.
You know, in Verlin's show, I believe I watched all of them, but one of them they went to the Jenkins Days Festival.
Yeah, that was neat.
I really got a kick out of that.
Yeah, me too.
National television.
National television. Jenkins is right there, isn't it? They're walking down the Whitesburg streets.
Yes, that was. I seen Daniel Payne Dotson in one shot.
Yeah, Watch that right there. That's a briar. Hang on a minute. Let me get it. That's a blackberry bush.
All right.
Saved your life, Rick.
Chris Caudill just saved my life.
Yeah, saved your life.
I had my arm up when I blocked some
weeds.
I thought it was leaves and limbs. Well, it didn't sound good.
It's just this top.
Oh, okay.
There's some more. Most of the time they'll stay off of it because this thing's got that roll cage around it.
Right.
I need to get me some doors.
That'd be cool.
That'll solve our problem. They got doors that come up, you know. You can buy anything for these things, like a car.
I believe you're installing a stereo currently, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe I'll have it done by next show. We can put a little background music to it. Elevator music. We're all the time going up and down, so it'd be elevator music. Go up the mountain and back down the mountain. Oh yeah, sometimes it's a little rough. Hey, you get stuck too bad, we can get ourselves out.
Well, I did bring the older camera today. So.
Yeah, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We ain't through too much mud today though.
No. Matter of fact, you not through any on me or the camera. I'm proud of you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Even after getting stuck over the hill. We got out though. I'll be getting a lot of phone calls after this show, probably. People want me to bring them up here.
Yeah, you'll be back here again.
Oh, yeah.
And go ahead and recap for the people who might just be flipping through the TV and see this.
We have been to Box Rock today. It's on Pine Mountain. If you stop at the Mayking Volunteer Fire Department and look up on Pine Mountain, you can see the towers, Mayking Knob, and just right down towards Whitesburg a little bit from the towers, you can see a big rock, especially in the fall when all the leaves are off and stuff in the winter.
Right.
That's where we've been. We've been standing right on top of Letcher County today.
You could not go any higher.
No.
And it was pure rock.
Yeah, it's all rock.
And who's the gentleman who left the gate open for us?
Mr. Joe Morris. He was kind enough today, let us go across his property and come up the trail up to here today.
And the channel certainly wants to recognize him.
Oh yeah. And you know, all the property owners, you know, I'd like to thank all of them, because I know that we went on somebody else's property to do this today, and you know, I just I hope that they enjoy it as much as we do. Broke a stick.
You drove over a tree today too.
Yeah, trees, rocks, creeks. I've still not got to take you for a real good ride though.
Buddy, I'm telling you, I don't know if I can get much rougher than today. When you got off on the path there where you had not been before,
yeah,
that had to be pretty rough right there.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Muddy, slick. But that right there is a neat camping spot. I've actually got photos on my Facebook page from here when we came up last weekend. We were grilling.
I saw those.
Yeah, we made us a little fire and grilled hamburgers and sat here and eat. Then we went up on top.
Too cool.
Yeah.
Something about, I guess you could call it adventure tourism, that's just hard to beat.
Yeah, you know, it's just, I love getting out and doing this. If you take your time, there's nothing hard about it, you know. You don't drive?
No, thank you.
I'll let you drive, Rick.
Well, how about when we get down closer to the bottom?
The bottom's worse than this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We'll just let you handle the wheel and I'll handle the camera. Although you have had to do some camera work today.
Yeah, it's all right. I can do it. And when we used to come up here and work on the radio towers, we'd park right up there where I backed the four-wheeler a while ago.
Can you sit there?
Yeah, and we would park right up there, and then we'd go up this way. Let me see if I can find that ladder on here. There's a ladder, you see it? See if you can get it there. There's a ladder. It's a piece of the radio tower up there that we'd climb up, and then we'd walk out to the towers out there. It's about a 10-minute walk from here
Daggone.
to the towers.
Check that out, folks.
Somebody's, one of those radio towers had failed, and we climbed, there used to be a rope there, and we'd just climb up that rope, and then somebody packed that piece of the radio tower out here and used it for a ladder.
The next time Kevin Day tells me they've got to work on the towers, I'll have a little more respect.
Yeah. I've been up here in the snow too. It's pretty nice. You don't want to come up in a big snow because it's really slick.
I was getting ready to say, how in the world do you make it up?
Yeah. But you can leave down there and it'll be about 3 inches, and come up here and it'll be a foot.
I'll bet.
You know, where the elevation makes a big difference. I think Shad Baker's got a picture on his Facebook of him standing in a snowdrift up here around the rock somewhere.
Oh, really?
One winter he was hiking the trail.
I'll have to look that up.
And it was up past his knees, I think.
God.
I don't think I want to be out hiking in the snow.
No. Chad would, though.
Yeah, he loves it.
What did we learn today?
Well, we learned the exact height of the McKee knob. And what else did we learn?
That there is proof up here that this place used to be
underwater.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Yep. Pretty neat little facts when you get up and look at it, you know. There's places along Little Shepherd Trail that you can stop and see little seashells and stuff in the rocks.
We also learned that an elk got its antlers
hung in the grapevines
and could not get free and died.
Yeah, sad but true. And I would say that happens quite a bit.
I wonder if this think your show is classified as an educational show.
I don't know. It could be, you know. Mr. Morris was telling us some stuff down there I didn't know before we left.
Yes, yeah. About the meal, I believe.
About the millstone his dad and them had cut out. Yeah. I've still never seen that.
No.
But it's on a different. It's in a different place. It's another way up here too, you know. So we didn't find his cabin. He's got. Hey, let me tell you, it's hid good, isn't it?
I reckon.
Yeah.
And I learned I'm bad out of shape.
It happens to everybody. You're going to start going to the rec center with me.
That's a definite.
I'm not being in 2 or 3 weeks. I've just not had time. Been busy.
Talk to them a little bit about our viewers, Chris, about some of the duties, what you do at your job, and how that works.
I am the utility superintendent over the Whitesburg water and sewer systems. If there's a problem, you know, they get a hold of me and I go check it out. I repair pumps. If I can't repair them, I have them sent off, you know, and fixed. And I do a little bit of everything. Run equipment, you know, drive a truck, fix water leaks. You know, we jet out sewer lines. We've got a big machine. We have a sewer line stopped up which shoots 3,000 pounds of water forward and backwards. And run it up in that line and it'll unstop it.
How about the water intake? What's going on with that?
The water intake project is scheduled to start in about 6 weeks. They had to order a bunch of stuff. The contract, I think, is been awarded to H2O out of Pike County, and they've done a whole lot of work for the city. And
what's the purpose of this project?
It is to put the water intake below the surface of the water. And the reason for that is there's ever anything that's spilled and it floats on top of the water, it won't be took into the water plant. So it's gonna, you know, it's just gonna help.
Big benefit.
Big benefit, yeah, yeah.
How many people approximately work for the city
at the water and sewer?
Yeah.
We've got 9, I think, employees. We've got 9 people, I think. So, you know, we all stay really, really busy.
How long has it been since was it Viola?
Viola left, I think, in October. So it's not quite been a year yet. So I've been overseeing some parts of it, you know, since then. So
it's a very important job, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it is. You know, you make one mistake and it's a lot of people's lives are at stake, you know.
What water loss percentages do you all normally run?
We have seen as low as 10% loss, you know, so I think our average is around 15 to 20 right now. And that's not, you know, it's not bad.
No, that's about where it should be.
Yeah, it's about where it should be, because I mean, you've got hydrants that get turned on and you know, and fires and then just flushing and stuff like that. So
how do you estimate things like that?
You go by your total water you treat, and we keep a record of that every day at the water plant. And then you go by the total gallons sold, and then you can add your percentage up that way.
I noticed that you attend the Whitesburg City Council meetings.
Yeah, that's part of my job, to go to the council meeting and give a report every month. I probably, you know, we don't, the only thing we report on is like if we have problems and stuff like that, and if I have to buy something and stuff like that. So we keep up with all the water loss and everything at the plant, and you know, everybody knows it. So there's really, you know, a lot of people report it during the meetings and stuff, but we don't do that.
Can you estimate if the system is supporting itself?
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It's we've saving a lot of money since Viola left. You know, Viola charged to run it,
right?
You know, so but we're saving quite a bit of money doing it ourselves, and that's a good thing. You know, so the city's not in such a hard spot. You know, so to pay somebody else to do a job. So
if you're just joining us,
we are on a Letcher County safari. We have been to Box Rock today, and you're watching the Letcher County Government Channel. We're going to turn down this way right here. Go straight off right here, see it?
Yeah, you won't see that on the Disney Channel, folks.
No. No, they won't. Grapevine. Don't get hung in it, Rick.
Elk killer.
Elk killers.
And the council voted 3-2 on a, they're calling it an occupational tax.
Right.
Like a payroll tax.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Well, you know,
the 3-2 vote was to do the tax.
Right.
1.5%.
My personal opinion on that, Jenkins needs it. You know, our coal severance tax money is quickly fading, and it's going to, you know, it's soon going to, we're going to see it in our lifetime to be probably about nothing. You know, I hate to say that, but, and I don't want it to happen. I hope I'm wrong on that. But, you know, if you're not sustaining yourself and you got bad equipment, the only thing you can do is either raise taxes or put some kind of different tax on there.
You can raise the bill.
You can raise the bill. You can do, you know, there's several different things you can do. The occupational tax, I can see. I agree with it. That's just my personal opinion. You know, some people don't. I know it's going to, you know, they said some people's going to have hard time paying it and stuff. You know, and I can understand that because everybody's not, you know, as fortunate as we are. And you know, I think it's a good move for the future. Let's put it that way. Because if there's any, you know, if there's any construction or anything goes on within the city, they got to pay that tax too. Just, you know, to work there. So,
right.
You know, and most of the time, if you've got construction jobs, you got scale wages, which are anywhere from $20 to $35 an hour. So you get a 1.5% of that paycheck, you're going to do pretty good on that. You know, so I can see the differences between people wanting to and not wanting to.
Well, you're probably aware. I think you read the Eagle today that they're also going to gradually lower the taxes on the real estate.
Well, you know, that's a good move too. That way it eases up and eases people's minds. You know, that they're going to have to pay a little bit more tax on one part, and then another part they're going to lower it. So, you know, it'll even out, I believe, and people won't be as upset about it when it does start. So.
Well, you know, there's been some tense moments at the Jenkins City Council.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last night was not tense.
Oh, that's good.
The council had been to a workshop the night before.
Right.
And I believe that they have all agreed that they can disagree and not have to argue about it.
Yeah. And, you know, that's what they're there for, is to work together for the better of the city and the people of the city. So, you know, I think they've worked good together, but they like to bicker back and forth a little bit, you know, but that's the way you get stuff done. You got to agree to disagree before you can do anything.
The mayor also introduced a 5-step program to get Jenkins basically from being a bedroom community to a progressive city, grow. And that was step 1, the tax.
Well, I think he's got a good plan for the city. I've not really got to talk to GC a whole lot about it, but I think he's looking more toward the future than the past people's done. The past people's done a good job. Don't get me wrong, but he's looking more into the future than I know that anybody's done. You know, so.
Well, to quote him, he said that it was a historic moment, for the city of Jenkins.
Yeah.
So pretty big news there.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, a lot of little cities around us has got that tax too, that I didn't realize.
I didn't either until they started the debate on this.
Yeah. Here's that bottle I was going to pick up.
Chris is very anti-litter, as we all should be. And you said we get this bottle on the way coming up here.
There it is.
And it was a beer bottle, so if we get pulled over, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Open container. Oh no. Yeah, I like to see everybody just not litter, please. I mean, like I said, it's a privilege for us to ride on other people's property. I mean, that's not a way to thank them. Gotta back up here. I can steer with. That's a power steering right there. They do make them. It's got power steering, but I didn't opt to pay $3,000 extra for the little package it came with. So.
Oh gosh.
Maybe when I get older, I'll have to have one.
When you grow up, Chris.
Yeah, when I grow up, I'll have to have one. I hope I don't have to grow up. They're not real hard to steer, especially when you're moving, you know.
Right.
It's like a vehicle without power steering, you know. When you're sitting still, they're a little hard, but after you get moving, they're not bad.
I doubt there's very many young people that know what that is.
I doubt it too. I had a little Ford Ranger I bought, and it didn't have any power steering, and I thought it had those little skinny tires on it. You know, I said, oh, that looks bad. And I had to be cool and put me a big set of wheels and tires on it. I was sorry that I done that, because it was hard to steer.
And I'd say a lot of the younger people have never dimmed their lights with the dimmer in the floor.
No, that little truck had that dimmer in the floor. Yeah, I remember. I didn't ever drive one of them, but I remember vehicles had the starter in the floor. You step on it and start it. Step on a little button and start it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Had a dimmer switch on the left and a starter on the right, past the gas pedal.
This is the rough part you're talking about?
Yeah, this is the rougher part right here. Yeah.
Tight, narrow.
Yeah.
Got grab on them bushes back there.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Did he get you?
No, then you just grabbed my shirt.
Oh yeah, he was wanting to get your attention.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's liked this today, that we took them up there and let them see. You know, the only other way you can see that kind of view of the county is to be in an airplane or a helicopter flying around Pine Mountain.
That was pretty odd looking down on the helicopter.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if I got it or not. Kind of hard to see it. Look like a mad hornet flying around down there. This trail's not changed much since I've been coming up here.
Well, you'd think that the Mother Nature would just kind of grow over it.
Yeah. Has just enough traffic coming up here, I guess, to keep it from growing.
Feels like we're getting twisted through here. What's going on?
I'm getting another bottle. Oh, it's sloping over. There's another bottle, Rick.
Well, at least that one is not an alcoholic.
No, it's a water bottle.
Yeah. I'll fill the water in mine and the beer bottle's yours.
Okay. We'll work it out there. As long as I picked them up, I don't care.
We just don't need to throw them down.
No, they don't. You know, if you are out riding like that and you see something, pick it up, because it's going to come to a point that somebody's going to come up in here and say, hey, you're not allowed back up here no more.
Right.
You know, and I don't want to see that. That's why I pick up stuff.
You know, another thing too, we talked a little bit about tourism today.
Yeah.
The Pine Mountain Trail could, in theater with all of our other natural assets,
Right.
could really turn into a big moneymaker for this area.
It really could. You know, and you don't want people riding on trails like up at the the county trails up at Fish Pond Lake.
Yeah.
I've been up there and picked up bags and bags of trash.
That's not good.
And you can't expect people to come in here and say, "Oh man, I'm coming back," when they look around, all they see is the garbage dump. You know, I just don't understand it.
Well, you know, another thing I like about Fish Pond is they've recently paved all the way around it. It's really
if you've not been up there in a while, you need to go and just drive around it, because it's
county keeps it in tip-top shape.
It's nice. They keep the grass cut, you know, and what I'm really excited about is RV sites put up there.
Yeah, man.
I've recently got into camping and RVing, and I bought me a new camper there last month, and we had a smaller one last year and we loved it, you know, so we decided to upgrade a little bit this year, have more room, and I can't wait to go camping again, get started. We've been one time since we bought the new one, so I'm ready to go again.
I understand you had a little problem.
Yeah.
Transmission.
Yeah, transmission went out of my truck. That was a little bit of a surprise. 57,000 miles, the transmission goes out, but it could happen to anything. So I got it fixed now, so I'm not have to bite the bullet and go on, you know. It wasn't under warranty, of course.
Oh no.
So a year out of warranty. That's why I bought a 4-year warranty on this machine. So, because if something breaks down on this, it's about as expensive as a car.
The Letcher County Safari is insured.
Yeah. I've got this insured, and I have also got the extended warranty on it. So, and everybody's asking me, you know, who funds this show? I fund this show myself.
Yes,
I have nobody giving me money to do this show. This is something that I wanted to do, and my family agreed with me, and you know, that's not the reason I bought this machine, you know, but that's why I have it insured and everything. That way, if something happens, I can continue. You know, I bought this machine for my family so I can continue for them, but I'll use it for this because I love this, you know.
Big rock.
That's a little tight spot right there.
And we just about tipped over, no big deal.
Oh no. That was nowhere close to tipping over. I've had it laying where I can reach over and touch the ground out there where you're sitting.
Oh my goodness.
We're back at Mr. Joe's gate here.
Push it out of the way again.
I can get it right here, I think. There it is.
Well, what's your final words for our viewers today?
Oh, well, I hope everybody has enjoyed going to Box Rock today, because I've really enjoyed taking you, Rick, and everybody that's watching. Please don't litter. I can't stress that enough. Please don't litter. And maybe next time we'll go to Making Knob and do a show on what's called Ned's Rock House.
Ned's Rock House.
Ned's Rock House. They got its name, I've been told, from a guy that was a draft dodger during the Civil War, and he lived up there for several years. It's got like different rooms in it, and you can build it if you wanted to. You could stay the night there and build a fire in the center of it, and it's got a natural draft to pull the smoke out. Yeah. So, and there's a there called a balance rock. It's this big, giant, round rock sitting on a small rock, and you can walk all the way around it and teeter-totters back and forth. So that is Letcher. Yes, that's what I want to do next. Take everybody up there. That's another little kind of bouncy little trail, kind of rough. It's not too bad, but there's some hairy spots going up to the Ned's Rock House. I may take you up there and then come back and let you film me going up it, because it's pretty rough.
Well, I'll tell you this much: I've really thoroughly enjoyed myself today.
Good.
And on behalf of the Letcher County viewers and the Letcher County Government Channel, our Judge, Executive Jim Ward, and all the magistrates, thank you so much for doing this show.
Oh, you're welcome. I was up here standing right here, and I kept hearing an airplane. Well, what to do?